Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, this is my 2013 Stage 2 Plus Volkswagen Golf R, and this is my build, guys. So today I've got my ADHD notebook right here because I need to stay on track for this one. We're gonna do a summarized cost breakdown on my car here. We're also going to do a list of all of the mods that are on it at the same time. Two of those things go hand in hand, and I figure it's a great time. So I put 2 hours into writing down every modification I can think of, and then I researched all of my parts on the car and made a note of how much it cost, and we'll have a total at the very end. Exterior first, interior second, and then third and lastly we will do the engine mods. I'm gonna make you guys wait till the end because I need that watch time on my channel desperately. First, this build is 100% sponsored by my job. Without my 40 plus hours a week, I would not be able to have a car like this. So thank you to my job. Like, go ahead and hit subscribe for me. I need that extra hit of dopamine. please hit subscribe. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and bust open my notebook here. Let's start at the top, shall we? We got the Thule Force XT Sport cargo box on the car. This was $700. I got this at Sun and Ski. It's got a 75-inch length, a 25-inch width, and a 17-inch height. I included those dimensions because I just know somebody is going to ask me in the comments, and instead of Googling it, I just did it for you. And the weight of this box is 32 pounds. So you're welcome. eBay rain guards. They are $30 shipped on eBay. Next, we have the Inno roof rails on my car here. They are secondhand. I got them from a buddy of mine. He works at a car dealership and took them off of a car that they had get traded in. That is why I don't have the locking mechanisms on them, because I don't have a key. So I went ahead and did all the math to get this exact set of Inno roof rails and feet and whatever, because this is like 3 different pieces. It's the rail, it's the feet, I guess, and then the little hands that go on there. There's 3 different pieces. To get those 3 pieces, $408. Right here we have the Emblem Delete front grille. The grill, $63 on Amazon, and that is, where did I put that? It's a no-name brand, so good luck finding it. Just type it in and see what you find. This here is the FS Performance Engineering rear wing extension. That's a mouthful. It's just a wing. It's like a spoiler, basically. It bolts right onto the original wing on the car. It takes 4 bolts and some tape, and it still has full functionality of your rear third brake light. You do have to pull that out in order to mount these 2 screws, but really, really cheap. 180 bucks makes the car look so much better in the rear. These cars desperately need something in the rear. They literally do look like eggs, and that's fine. It is what it is, but it's a really cheap mod and makes it look so much better. We've got Vivid wrap on my headlights and on my fog lights. Initially it was a chameleon wrap on the fog lights. So it's supposed to be, it looked orange, but it's actually like a yellow to green when you have the actual fog lights on. But the small roll that I did for the headlights and for that, 2 separate rolls, $23 a piece. So not too bad there. Next we've got the obvious. This car is not an OEM color. I don't know if you could tell. This is the TinyBot Gloss Peach Pink. I don't care what people are saying. It was literally fine to put on. I had no issues. I did this in my garage over the period of like 2 weeks, and it was $495 for the entire roll. So that was half the price of 3M. So time will tell. Eventually it will be coming off and we'll see kind of what we're working with then. But for now, I have no issues with it. It cleans amazingly. It cleans like paint. It literally just sprays right off everything. So it's amazing. 0 complaints for me. If you're thinking about it, try it out. There's only one way to find out. Next, we have, these are gloss white now. You can't tell because they're dirty as hell, but this is the Drag brand. Hang on. Drag brand DR33. They were initially gloss black. I only got these wheels because when I first bought the car, we were cruising down one of the streets that all of the car scene hits every weekend, and there was a big rock, like I'm talking literally this big, in the street, and I cruised right over it. I hit it with both front and rear passenger side wheels. The rear was fine, but it blew through the tire and broke the wheel on the front passenger. So I was SOL and I needed the car. This was my only car at the time. Only option was to just go to Discount Tire, buy something ASAP. These wheels at the time were a lot cheaper than they are now. Now that Drag has kind of gotten their name out there, they've increased the prices. So right now, these very same wheels are $200 a piece. So you're looking at $800 for this setup. I'm not accounting the cans of paint that I used to paint them. It's wheel paint, so no hate in the comments. I'm not going to count that. But anyway, $200 a piece, and then I paired it with all-season tires. I don't know, $98 a piece for the tires. Downtown family mom and pop tire shop. So right here we have the Stop Tech brake rotors. They are stainless steel slotted. Only slotted, not drilled. They are $1,350 for the front and the rears. I have both. So as you can see, I have front and rear slotted rotors, so $1,350 front and rear. And then for the pads, I have R1 Concepts OEM P, which I think is like OEM Plus. These are the red box. They are actually really cheap, $100. So those are the pads that I run front and back. $100 cheap. Check out R1 Concepts. Sponsor me, please. That'd be lit. So that is my braking setup here. All right. Now, if you couldn't tell, my car is lower than stock. I have the BC Racing BR series coilovers on this car. They are the extreme low variant. So they have a minimum of, I want to say it was a minimum of a 3-inch drop for the rear. So that gets you hella low. I still have about a 1/2 inch of play in the rear and about 1 inch in the front. But everything you need comes in the box. $1,300 gets you literally everything you need. So you have camber plates, you have all of the adjustments, 30 levels of adjustment, I want to say. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure it was 30 levels of adjustment. So literally everything you need to get this exact look, or even lower, is right in the box. So super easy. Again, $1,300. I got them on sale, but MSRP is $1,300. So that just about covers the outside of the car. As you can see, this is kind of where I put most of my concentration, was to the exterior. But being a show car, you kind of have to be the flashiest one in the lot. But my wife was the one that pretty much dared me to do it. She's like, do hot pink, do like the Barbie cars. And I was like, okay, well, I'll meet you halfway. We'll do pink, but I'm not doing glitter and shit. All right, we'll do like a pastel. And on my Golf, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I think it looks so freaking good. You just don't see this a lot, so it's really awesome. But with that, let's go ahead and check out the interior. That'll be a lot shorter of a list, but let's check it out. It's kind of hard to see, but I have red footwell lighting on here. That was by far the best mod that I've done on the interior of this car, and it was actually the cheapest. The bulb, which is a 194R, is just a 2-pack bulb. I got it for $5. You just literally look it up. 194 bulb. I'm going to turn this off. Jesus. It's a 194R bulb. Just look it up and attach the color that you're looking for at the end. So 194R red, unless the R stands for red. Do both and see what happens. But if you didn't know, the Mark 6R, the interior of the car is red. They have, and it comes from the factory, right up here above your sunroof controls are 2 little teeny tiny bulbs that emit a red glow down into the interior of the car. So if you've ever been driving and you're like, it kind of feels reddish in here, it is. It's a factory red glow. It kind of helps emit like a sporty feel in the car, but the white footwell lighting that comes in the car factory throws it completely off. It looks like trash. So $5, and it ties the whole interior theme together with the red. The only thing that kind of throws it off is on the R, you have blue needles instead of the red that's on the GTI. So if you have the GTI, you'll be totally redded out on the inside. All right, next we have the Bride shift boot on the Volkswagen. This was an absolute nightmare to install because you can't just unscrew the shift knob like on literally every other car. It comes with clips that hold the damn thing together. So this was a nightmare to do, but once you get it, however you manage to get it, $25, and it kind of improves it, and you don't have the cracking leather that I had. And next I have the Insignia front and rear dash cam. That was $130. It records in HD. So yeah, I'm not gonna get caught slipping like I was in my Subaru. And then I also have a Cobra radar detector. That's the 480i radar and laser detector. That was $150. That's pretty much like the lowest level one that they make from Cobra. You can get plenty of way nicer ones that won't go off during driving through the Walmart parking lot and stuff like that. But this serves its purpose for me 100%, and it lets me know like half a mile in advance that there's a cop up there. So it does its job for sure. This one I had actually forgotten about until I was done with the list and had finalized everything. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute, I have that. For $30, you can get the ECS tuning. It's way up in there, so you probably can't see it. Let me turn the light on here. It's way up in there. You see that right there? A little round hootis right there? Yeah, that is a clutch stopper. And basically it only allows the clutch to go in wherever you set the height at. 5% tint on the sides and the rear, as well as the sunroof here. So I don't have anything here. I actually don't have a sun strip either, which is the point of vinyl wrapping the top. But yeah, 5% all the way around, so it's murdered out. It's totally private on the inside now, so nobody knows that you're eyeing them for being such an idiot driver. And this one I just kind of did a average cost. I did some Google searching and stuff, and $400 will get you an all-around tint job like that with a warranty, about $400 for a good shop to do it. If you have your cousin's friend's dog walker's brother to do it, I'm not responsible for that information. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the part This is the part that you have all been waiting for, so let's dive into the engine bay. And then just real quick, whenever people have asked me in the past, oh, how much have you spent on your car? And I would always tell them like, oh, $5,000. I wish. After going through this list and doing an itemized amount of money that I've spent on this car, I wish it was $5,000. All right, let's start in the front of the engine. So this is the APR hot air intake. So it was the carbon fiber cold air intake that I actually removed the housing for because I wanted more whooshy sounds. That is it's the PQ35 platform. I don't know what that means, but that's what the APR website says. So PQ35 format, yeah, platform, whatever. Yeah, you can find out what that means on your own. Attached to that's the Volkswagen Racing inlet pipe, the turbo inlet pipe. So this is the stainless steel, or actually it's aluminum, I'm sorry. It's aluminum. It goes from the back of the cold air intake down into the back of the engine bay there. And that was... where did I put that? That was $150 that I could find. To my knowledge, this is discontinued, so the stuff that I was kind of finding online was $150. Let's go back to APR. So this car has the APR Stage 2 Plus tune on it. It's the transverse tune, if I remember correctly. So everything is controlled inside of the cruise control knob. So it's got the program switching, I'm sorry. And basically what that means is I have the 91, 93, 100, and those are the octane levels, and then stock. So it has 4 different modes that you can switch to. Also with that, it has no lift shifting, so basically you don't have to release the throttle while you're shifting in a quick scenario, when you're like a racing scenario. We also have valet mode and anti-theft mode. So basically valet mode will put the car into limp mode, and it comes with a optional pin that you can put in. It's kind of confusing the way that it works without any kind of an access port. So I don't have a pin, but you can put the car in valet mode, which it won't go over 30 miles an hour, and it's in limp mode, so it makes 0 boost. And then anti-theft, the car won't start at all. You can get in, you can lock and unlock it, but that's it. I already talked about the fuel grades. Speed and rev limiter are removed, so you can finally top it out and not worry about redlining it, because it will let you redline it. You can go past redline. So it's really nice that it completely removes any of the limitations given to you by Volkswagen. It's just a clean OBD2 install, so they just plug right up into the bottom of your OBD, and they load it right on from their computer, and that's it. That's about $500 to get a tune made. That doesn't include any dealership charges, because certain dealerships are actually APR friendly. There are also different mechanics around town that work with Euro cars, and they are registered dealers, so they can work with APR directly. So that doesn't include their hourly rate, any work that they do. That is just the map from APR is $500. All right, the next part that we have here, and this is the one of 2 parts that you need to actually run the stage 2 option on these cars, besides the downpipe. So needed is a cold air intake, downpipe, and the high pressure fuel pump. And this one is the Hitachi. You can get it from ECS Tuning, and it is $325 for the high pressure fuel pump. And basically, if you don't know what that does, it just allows higher pressure fuel to be sent through the engine. I have the NGK Iridium spark plugs on this car. I have their Iridium 9s, I believe, and they run about $10 a piece. Down there where you can't see it is the Integrated Engineering high flow catted downpipe. Now, like I said before, that is one of 3 parts that you need to run stage 2. And actually, you really don't even need the cold air intake. The 2 required parts are a bigger downpipe and the high pressure fuel pump. High flow cat downpipe, $850 from Integrated Engineering. We're starting to rack up a pretty good tab here, if you haven't noticed. I have a custom 3-inch exhaust on the car. So the high flow catted downpipe that I have on the car is 3 inches. So naturally, you want to go 3 inches the rest of the way. Obviously, this is going to depend shop to shop that you go to. I put this job that I did, the 3-inch stainless steel, all the way back with 1 resonator. I put that at $500. Again, if you have a cousin that can weld, you can get it for way cheaper. Most shops, there might be name brand shops out there that'll charge you even more than that. So I just put $500, hopefully kind of right in the middle, right? But on the end of that, I have the APR. You can't tell that they're diamond black because they're horrendously dirty from all of the rain and freezing that we had last week. But these are $230 for the APR branded diamond black exhaust tips on there. They have tons. They've got brushed steel, they've got burnt aluminum, or burnt, what do they call that? Whatever. Burnt. It ties the APR brand together, and it makes the exhaust not look so custom because it has name brand tips on the end of it. Last but not least, for the performance aspect, we have the ECS Tuning in-house, so they made this in-house, stage 2 clutch kit on the car. It does chatter quite a bit. If you don't want chattering, there are options out there. South Bend makes a more quiet one for sure. Again, it's been amazing, but that ran me $815. It sounds like a lot, but trust me, Google some of the other options that you have for this car and you will be blown away. The total amount that I have spent, $10,500 on mods. $10,500 on mods. The car itself, I bought it used in 2019 after my STI got totaled for $24,000. Almost half of that into parts. Like I said, When I would tell people before how much money I had in this car, I would tell them $5,000. I wasn't even half. Before, I used to go through a car every year, like on the dot. Every single year on the dot, I was getting a new car. I was trading in and getting a new one. This is the longest I've ever owned a vehicle, and I will never get rid of this car. If the engine blows, I will swap it. If something on this car goes out, I will replace it. If I pay this car off, I will do some asinine build on it, but I will never sell it, ever. I have decided recently, and especially kind of as I've been working on my mental health stuff, I've just learned to slow down and appreciate my things, and this car has never let me down, ever. The few issues that it's ever had, I've taken care of. Maintenance that it's needed, and I'm not really counting maintenance. If it was an upgraded part, I counted it on this list. But stuff like oil changes, stuff like when I replaced the tensioner, stuff like that, I didn't include because those are just parts of owning a car. Whether it was this or another car, it needs maintenance as you drive it. So I didn't need to include any of that stuff. But yeah, $10,000. But as of right now, every dollar was worth it. And maybe I kind of have to tell myself that. But yeah, guys, I literally love this car. It has done pretty insane stuff. I've driven this car, I don't want to say dangerously. I've done stuff that I should not do in this car, and it has always come out on top. So that is my build, guys. Please, please, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, because this car is expensive. Cars in general are expensive, but this car in particular is expensive, and I would love to do more content and more crazy builds on this car, but I just can't afford it right now. So please blow my channel up. Please let me be able to do this every single day. This vlog, this build, I want to do that every single day, and you guys can help. Please just let me know down in the comments some type of joke or whatever. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, check out some of my other content that I have. Please help me boost my watch time up. I have tons of stuff for you guys to watch. I'm gonna go drive my car around for a little bit, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and as always, drink water and be safe.